Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we've got some XCar toys slash pop race. Yeah. So that should be pretty cool. We're going to take a look at these. I'm actually, the reason for this video, there's like two newer castings in here. From XCar Toys, we've got this Honda Accord Gen 5, and from Pop Race, we've got this Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4. So those are the two I'm most excited about, so naturally we're going to open up the other two first. We'll start with this one. So these I don't know. This one I got from AliExpress. This one I got from my buddy Todd. He had an extra one of these. I don't know how old this Aston Martin GT3 is, how long that's been out, but we'll check that out. So this is a LEC TX5, which I can only assume is some sort of Chinese automaker. I'm not really sure. This is XCar Toys Orange Box. I don't know what that means either. So I'm just full of information today. I don't think that this is, or maybe even needs to be, licensed, as it is a Chinese manufactured vehicle. At least I think it is. So nothing to explore there, but let's just check out the model and see what we get. So all sorts of what I assume is Chinese writing all over it. Not much for English, and except for maybe just the what it is, I guess, LEC TX5. Let's take a look at this. Some stuff here. Nothing. That's an interesting email address. All right, so anyway, let's just go ahead and open this up. So, typical for XCar Toys and Pop Race, we're going to get a boxed model, which I love this style packaging. Just a simple box and a... Wow, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a tiny car, but apparently this is 1/64 scale. This has got like PT Cruiser vibes, or HHR, Chevy HHR. It's got suspension. I noticed it right away when I popped it out. Look at that. Look at that. What a interesting little vehicle. LEC TX5. I know nothing about it. Zero. 2023 XCar Toys made in China, so it's not that old. This one has a plastic base, rubber tires, suspension. It's got inserted details for the headlights and taillights. Those are inserted, right? Or no, those are painted. Never mind. Sorry, they are painted. And the suspension is pretty wild. It rolls really well. So I don't know what orange box means. Maybe that's just Chinese vehicle. I'm not really sure. I have no idea. This thing does have side mirrors, but they're cast into the body. So they're not separate pieces. So this feels like it's a little bit cheaper construction than some of the other stuff from XCar Toys, and maybe that's what the orange box thing is about. I am not 100% certain, but this is, I don't know, it's kind of neat, kind of interesting. It's weird. I like some weird diecast stuff like this. And if this is truly 1/64 scale, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot smaller. Wheels look cool. They roll good. The rubber, are they rubber? They're not rubber. They're plastic. The wheels are, the tires are plastic. So yeah, orange box. Interesting. So this is more like a Tomica Premium is kind of the quality that you get with this, except that supposedly it's actually 1/64 scale. So kind of neat. Kind of neat. I don't know. What do you think? Kind of neat. Let's look at a pop race. Here is an Aston Martin GT3. And we'll go ahead and open this one up. Now, I believe Pop Race actually does have the licensing for Aston Martin. And it is shown right there in the back. So apparently they were able to work with Aston Martin and actually get a license, which is cool. Because not everything Pop Race is licensed. I don't think... This Lamborghini is, though. Whoa, I actually wasn't expecting that. So that is pretty interesting. So Pop Race does get licensing at times. Let's go ahead and open this up and check this out. wow, this model's actually really nice. So Pop Race makes some really, really good models. They do. I've gotten quite a few that I've been quite impressed with. I think our exposure's a little nuts here. Let's try to tone it down just a little bit. So I've gotten quite a few that I've been very, very impressed with. And some of them, you know, they've been hit or miss, let's just say. But the newer ones have been hit almost all the way. This looks very good. The mirrors are hard plastic. It's got slicks, racing wheels, Pirellis. It rolls really nice. It is metal on metal, and the detail is great. This is like actually very good. Now they do have inserted details up front for the headlights, not for this thin strip that is the tail light section. That would be kind of a hard one, I think, to do an insert on. But they do have a separate piece, of course, for the wing in the back. Looks pretty good. I think is that the right angle? It looks like it's kind of bent down a little bit more than it should be, but maybe that is correct. I don't know. That looks a little bit angled down, right? You think it would be, I don't know. Maybe that is right. It could be. Pretty good looking model. Solid looking model. I am liking that one. So I think this is really nice. I do. Except for maybe that wing is supposed to be pushed forward a little bit so that it's more flat. That would be the only thing that I would think. Someone in the comments will comment, and if this is the correct like wing angle for it. That does look a little bit odd. Oh, and then of course I'm like breaking it off. I think it should be like that. Up like that. And I just disconnected it from the glue in the back, which means I will probably be reinstalling that wing anyway. All right. That's what you get for bending stuff that's not supposed to bend. All right, next is this thing right here, the Honda Accord Gen 5. This is an XCar Toys. According to this, it is an official licensed product. So, interesting. Is it really licensed or is it not? I don't know. This is, what does this say on the side here? XCar Toys Vintage. Vintage, I guess. I guess you could consider this vintage now. As you can probably consider me vintage now. Let's go ahead and open this up and check it out. Yeah, right off the bat. I mean, it looks pretty good. Go ahead and put this packaging back together because this thing's going on display for a little bit. And check it out. So we got a tire that's coming off the rim. Let's fix that real quick. Easy peasy. No suspension on this model, like the other XCar Toys, but we do get a metal base. Actual Honda logo on the base there. Taillights look good. Headlights look great. Even the graphics for the are those inserts? Man, it's almost hard to tell when you're like at this distance. Those are graphics. Good looking, whoa, heavily detailed interior. Look at that. You can see inside there. Very nice. This is a really nice model. Boring car, right? Very boring car. But a very nice little Honda Accord. Yeah. You know. Very cool. I think this is neat. So most people is probably, you know, this is a boring old car. Whatever. It's just a Honda Accord. You can't get any more kind of bland or basic than a little four-door Honda. But I think this is really awesome and a great addition to 1/64 scale, to a 1/64 scale collection. Just really, actually very cool. So I like this one a lot. The mirrors are hard plastic, or no, they're not. They're the rubberish kind. And they do have an actual reflective surface. We always look at that. And apparently this is licensed. So apparently, and I can't say 100%, but this says Honda official licensed product on it. Which might be true, it might be not. All right, next is, and I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt that it is true, but I just know that XCar Toys and Pop Race have put out stuff that has been unlicensed before. So this, and that's why I take it with a grain of salt. This apparently is licensed, this Lamborghini Countach. And I'm excited for this one. This one is like new Pop Race. This should have some opening parts and whatnot. Looks like a very nice version of this car. We've gotten Mini GTs made one of these. Hot Wheels has made one of these. Tomica has made one. Who else? Oh, Poster Cars made one. And now we get one from Pop Race. This one, and I didn't get the other ones out to compare. And that's too bad because this probably would have been a fun little comparison. But right off the bat, this one appears to look pretty awesome. I mean, actually quite awesome. So you do got that outline there on the back of it from where this back is going to open up. And honestly, I could do without an opening engine compartment. So there is going to be that. It does have rubber tires. It's got a metal body. It rolls very much nicely. It's got the rubberized mirrors. Very Mini GT-like in how it looks or feels right out of the package, except for this one is going to have some moving parts. We've got headlight detail up front with like an insert. We've got some detail in the back as well. That looks pretty nice. And then we've got an opening luggage compartment up here. And I don't know why a frunk. I don't know why they bother with this, honestly. And I've said this several times. When there's no engine up here, what is really the point of having that opening part? So you can see nothing? I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but I just don't see that, you know, there really is it's not a necessity, and I'd almost rather that line be less prominent and not have it than, I guess, have it. Although it is executed pretty well, I will say. Quite well, indeed. There's like a hair in there, though. There, got that out. It looks pretty cool. I don't know if I like the gold rims all that much. I'd much prefer silver or black. Let's try to get the rear section open. This is going to be a little bit more challenging. I know this opens. There we go. And that will reveal a very, very detailed engine bay, which is cool. I like that they do it. I like that they have a really detailed engine bay. The only argument against it is the big, you know, line that you can see here, which if you blew this up to 1-to-1 scale, this would be a gap you could probably fit your whole like fist into. So not sure I'm digging that. But overall, execution on this model is quite nice. I probably will get this in another color. Why not? So price-wise for the Pop Race models, you're looking at paying more than a Mini GT. They're usually a bit more than Mini GT. For the XCar Toys ones, that was like about Mini GT price. For that orange box one, I think I bought it because it was like extremely cheap. And that kind of makes sense now that we see that it's a plastic base, plastic wheels, stuff like that. It's more of like a Tomica Premium if you're familiar with that line. But this, I will say, yeah, I think it's worth the price for sure. And it's executed very well. It's not quite as good of a model as that Mercedes that they came out with the magnets that hold the front end and the back end on, which I've done a video on in the past. But this video will be in the import/premium diecast playlist on my channel, which I highly recommend because it's got so much more content like this with more interesting brands, not your run-of-the-mill brands, at least for us here in the U.S. Stuff that we're not going to find on the shelves at Walmart or Target, stuff that you will have to go outside of that to find, like hobby dealers or overseas to try to get. And that is kind of a fun part of collecting for me, as I like finding this stuff. Not that Pop Race and XCar toys is very unknown, but you know, they're quite known actually, but you can't just go on the shelf and get them. I mean, you can't do that with Mini GT either. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I really like this Aston Martin more than I thought I would, even though the wing is, I'm going to have to re-glue it. But very, very nice. All right. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. Enjoy your day and all that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know which one of these is your favorite. I'm pretty sure none of you are going to pick that one. But maybe. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good one.